Hello, everybody, and welcome to Naturally Kim's Knitting with her co host, Casper. He's just decided to jump up here. This is a podcast about knitting, some spinning, life, puppy, everything. Um, Excuse me. Okay. I want to welcome everybody. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is, if you're somebody who's watched this for a while, I thank you for coming back. Casper. There. Anyways, sorry about that. Yep, my little helper just wants to be part of this. Anyways, you can find me as Naturally Kim's Knitting on Ravelry. I'm sorry, I got that wrong. Naturally Kim's Knitting on YouTube, Blogger, Facebook, and WordPress. And you can find me as Napier's Knits on Ravelry. And then we have our podcast group, Naturally Kim's Knitting Podcast Group. And then Instagram, I'm knitting underscore Kim. So KNITTIN underscore Kim. Just a moment. Okay. I am an affiliate with Michaels and Nitpicks. And what this means is if you guys go to my blogger um, show notes, there is a link on there for both of them. If you copy and paste, it'll take you to their store. If you shop, I get a couple pennies. Okay? Then that I turn that around and use that money to pay for gift cards for you guys. I don't know why, just a moment. I guess I don't talk as much anymore. So let me fill you in a little bit on what Michaels has. They have their art supplies are on sale. I mean canvases, paintbrushes, paints, pencils, all those things, and frames. Plus, they have some new yarns, and they now carry fabric. So I love this. I love that because Joann's used to be my go-to for fabric, and now they're not there anymore. KnitPicks has Brava Baby DK, where you could buy three of them and get one free. Then their yarn of the month is Cotton, and it's 20% off. What did I just do in Cotton? Oh, dishcloths. And it's way more versatile than that, but I made some lovely dishcloths out of it because I had it on hand. So yeah, check them out for those things. Now, I am a little bit late. I do realize I haven't quite, my mind is not quite back on Ohio time and dates and all that. So I do have my winners for finished objects for June and July. EYENOWHOUR and LMECOLL, Linda. Just get hold of me within the next fifth. Well, let's see. This is the fifth. I'll give you till the 20th. Okay. If I don't hear from you, then your prize will be forfeited, and yeah, that money just not used this month. So, excuse me. I'm really sorry. I'm really froggy. Has nothing to do with my doggy. Anyways, then we have our new theme for July and August, which, I say it's new, but it'll be over at the end of this month. We are creating things in purple or orange. That means the majority of the item needs to be purple or orange. Okay? It had to be started after July 1st and finished by August 31st. 31st. Then on September 1st, I will try my hardest to get in there and choose winners and let you know who you are. Okay? Now, the prizes you may have are any giftable patterns up to $10, just one of them. Um, or sorry, I have to read this because I have my physical and e cards straightened out. A $10 e gift card from KnitPicks or a physical $10 gift card from Hobby Lobbies or Michaels. Okay? Um, I would appreciate it if any of those gift cards are used through, well, you can't do Hobby Lobby, but KnitPicks or Michaels, if you would use them through my site. Just help me with a few more pennies, okay? I'm sorry, this is horrible. Okay, let me see. What else do I have? Oh, I have a course working project. Oh my goodness. I put my soup kitchen socks where I can't reach them. And Casper won't do it. If it was a toy, he would. But I just finished the heel on one, and so I'll probably be working on the other heel this evening. So I got another pair of soup kitchen socks that I'm working on. Then I put this back here. I was gonna put it on. I got my Caddington wrap done just in time to go on the trip. I mean, the night before, which is, I'm so happy that I was able to. It is lovely. It's lightweight. Um, I love California's weather. It can be dry. It's warm, but it's dry, which was funny because when we came home, we left California warm, dry, got back to Ohio muggy. I really think I would prefer warm and dry to muggy. It was just really. It's still, we haven't had rain for a couple days, so so it's not quite as muggy, but it's still heavier to heavier and harder to breathe here than it was there. But this is what I grew up with, Ohio weather. So hey, now let's see. Oh, oh, there it is. I was gonna say, did I not bring that over? So I am almost finished with my first sweater for the grandchildren. They're all gonna have the same pattern. Now I'm working on the neck on this right now. They're all gonna have the same pattern, but they're gonna be made of their own distinct colors. So and they supposed to be little trees up there on the top. So this one is Genevieve's. And what's funny, when we were there, I kept telling her, "You have got the longest arms and legs. You're just like my mother." But her aunt on her father's side also has long arms and legs. Nice thing is, she is finally learning how to move with them more 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 easily. There we go. So I'm going to finish up this one, which that's made in chroma um, worsted in Candy Mountain, and I picked it because it has pink and purples in it, and you know, a different kind of red. So she used to like all of those. I hope she still does. Tobias says it's kind of a Halloween color because he does like orange, and so I pick something with orange, but other colors because he tells me he loves all colors, which is great. So that's all my works now. I have a puppy who's hungry for lunch. I've made him wait this long, so he can wait a little longer. Anyways, so our trip went really well. We got to see, well, we got a place in the Residence Inn out there, and so it had a bedroom, bathroom, and a little kitchen. I was disappointed it didn't have an oven in it because like I do like to bake things sometimes. So when we were cooking, we had to make sure that recipes didn't call for the oven. But it was great. We did that because we took Ronald with us, and we wanted to make sure that one of us could always be there with him. Or plus we took the doggy, so we also felt like we should be with the doggy because he would have been crying or very unhappy. So that worked out nice, and Randy was able to get a lot of projects that Molly's not been able to take care of herself, and so he was able to replace a fan, an overhead fan, fix her front door, he worked on the garage door opener. Then he hired somebody to come and replace it. Um, And then just because we didn't have enough time to do everything else, um, we paid for somebody to come and take care of her house. I'm not her house, her yard, because she's hoping to move to a condominium. So there were some bushes which I told the kids we're going to pull out the bushes, or Randy told them, and Genevieve goes, "No, that's where the caterpillars live." Which those were always the great ones for honey for caterpillars. But we wanted to make the house look as nice as possible. So, we left the cypress trees, but we had them trim back all the other bushes. They cut down the brown, dry grass in the back because that's a little scary to handle when you're not used to doing that. She has two beautiful rosemary bushes in the back. Those were trimmed back. She has a cactus, which was made more under control. Her backyard looks really wonderful. That man cake. Sorry. So we left on the Thursday, and then we arranged for a man to come on Friday to do their work, to do the yard work and everything. So she sent us pictures of. Now, before all that, I had my knee done. It's called a revision. I've explained before how um, I have titanium inserts, I guess, in the top and the bottom, but right in the middle is a piece of plastic. And so when I heard it a couple months ago, I broke the plastic, and the plastic was like 18 years old. So, they don't last forever. In fact, my other ones, I'm starting to feel it because it's a little bit older than that one. But I'm trying to hold off on any other surgeries. But, anyways, so I had the surgery. It hurt a little, but I didn't like, I was, okay, at the time I went in the hospital. I wasn't taking my GPL1 medication. They tell you not to. So I didn't use that then, but I took their prescription Tylenol, okay, and I didn't have any problems with it. But when I came home, I started the shot thing again for my GLP-1, and oh man, I just felt horrible. So I called the hospital and I explained what was going on, and she said, "Oh, well, stop taking that while you're taking the Tylenol. See if that helps," which it did a lot. So I've stayed off of the GLP-1 while I was in California. Nice news, I was still able to lose half a pound while I was out there in those 10 days. Um, but then before I left, I mean, this was like the Tuesday. Well, okay, I had physical therapy on Monday maybe because we left on Tuesday. I don't know when I had it, but no, it would have been the week before. I went to physical therapy, and I was having problems. My The lower part of my incision was still bleeding, and none of the rest of it was. But I wasn't real crazy about the way the blood looked, so I asked her if she would look at it, and she did, and she goes, "Oh, you've got an infection." So she went over there while I was doing a couple of my exercises. She went over to the doctor's office there and asked if they could squeeze me in real fast because I have a knee infection, an infection in my surgical site. So went over while I was in the physical therapy. This is when we found out it was infected because she happened to squeeze it and icky stuff came out. So I went over there and she did the same thing, and they put me on an antibiotic that I had to take while I was in California then, which was fine. My only concern when I got out there was there was a big bump down there where the um, infection had been previously. And the weirdest thing, I just got in the shower one day, and I didn't use a washcloth or anything on it. I always wash my knee first, just with my hand, you know, and washed the rest of me. Got dressed, came out, and Randy goes, Why are you bleeding?" And I didn't even feel it, but I looked down, and there was blood coming from it. But when I got home, I asked the physical therapist about it. She goes, "It was just blood?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Then you were okay." except I couldn't go swimming the whole time I was there, but that's okay. That wasn't a big deal. I did get to see both Genevieve and Tobias doing their dance recitals. Tobias did hip hop, and Genevieve did contemporary, pom pom, and now I can't think what the third one was. I didn't get to see the third one, but I got to see the other two because I had to stay with Puppy. Both Ronald and Randy went to the dance recital. They had 2 days of it, so they went on Saturday. I went on Sunday, and the funny thing was we were led to believe that Tobias they had a morning and an afternoon session, and we were led to believe that Tobias was performing in the afternoon session. Molly texted me and said, "Oh, just found out Tobias is like in the fifth group of dancers." Nice thing about where we were staying, it wasn't far from the Performing Arts Center, so we were able to get there. Um, they printed us off duplicate tickets, which was wonderful of them. But I got in, and they had a big screen in the lobby, and I got in just in time to see Tobias on the big screen dancing. It was so good. But then I was going to go in and sit with Molly and her brother-in-law, Jeremiah's um, brother-in-law. But I had my walker because I promised before I left that I would use my walker whenever I was doing a lot of walking, and I'd use my cane in the room. So I have my walker. I'm going in there. It was dark except for the performers. I couldn't see what row anything was. I couldn't see anything. So I just went back out in the lobby and I watched on the big screen, but it wasn't any of Genevieve's. So we went back in the afternoon, and I got to see Genevieve's, two of them. I didn't. She did her third one in the morning, and I tell you, those two kids are so talented. This isn't just a grandma, maybe a little bit, but like I said, Genevieve has grown into her arms and legs. She knows how to use them now, and her dances were beautiful. I mean, Tobias, he's just a ball of energy, and he took to hip hop really easily, which is great. Now let's see, what else do I have to talk about? Well, you saw my puppy, my impatient puppy. I don't know if I told you before we left, our new neighbors next door had got a new. I think I told you they got a new dog, but they hadn't named it yet, and we haven't been able to get these two together again. They had so much fun the first time they got together. We just haven't seen them outside and all that. So, anyways, puppy's going to get his hair cut soon, and then he'll be able to spend more time outside playing, and maybe then we'll find his puppy friend. Not the big dog. That big dog still scares him. But the little one is just about his size right now, but he's going to grow to be, we're assuming he's going to grow to be a nice sized dog. Anyways, I can't think of anything else to talk about. My throat is not going to let me talk much longer, anyways. So I think I'll go ahead and go. I hope you guys all have a great week. I hope that all your projects go really smoothly without any mistakes. But if you make mistakes, I hope they're little ones and they're easy to fix. Love you. God bless. Take care. And I'll see you soon. Oh, hugs too. Okay, bye bye.